Just 5 rounds of the Super 15 remain this year as the small part of the bigger picture is nearly coming to a close. The Blues are in prime position as they head towards the playoffs, sitting second quite comfortably in the New Zealand Conference behind the Chiefs as the big picture. Now we see World Cup year. These players are all looking for higher honours, but this is all part of the journey in this road to the World Cup. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Group, your home of Rugby Challenge 2 and the Road to the World Cup series, following the fortunes of Cornflake as he makes his way through another competition. He started off in the ITM Cup, he started off before the ITM Cup even, Club Rugby, Barbarians matches, got that glimmer chance that he took with both hands, picked up by the Blues, and he has not looked back since. He has his centre partner from earlier in the season back. Francis Saili makes the welcome return back to inside centre, pushing George Moala out to the left wing and Tavita Lee to the bench. With the injury to Gibson Park last week, Bryn Hall will take the number 9 jumper. Jimmy Cowan on the bench, still not 100% but should play some part possibly in this match. The forward pack is remaining the same, and the backs, other than those couple of changes, has remained as is for the Blues, who are looking good, scoring a lot of points in their last two matches, 34-18 over the Rebels and 38-14 over the Crusaders last week, which was a massive match for this Blues team to take out their nearest rival below them and really consolidate their position inside the top 6. Well, the Brumbies are very much in a similar position to the Blues here. They are also second in the Australian Conference, same as the Blues in the New Zealand Conference. They have a record of 8 wins and 4 losses, 36 points, and their most recent result was a very, very narrow loss to the top place Australian side, the Waratahs. The score that night was 18-14, and this is a very good Brumbies outfit, full of Wallaby players. When you look through the side, there is experience everywhere. There is young, youthful, exuberant players in their backline as well. The old heads, Moore, Alexander, Fadi Carter. Carter's not old either, is he? But then you got Pocock, he's almost legendary in the Brumby part of the world. Nick White and Tumua, a great partnership there, 9 and 10. Liliafano, perfect number 12 for this Brumbies team. Kurandrani, the big men. Spate and Tamani on the wings. And Robbie Coleman, fullback. The Brumbies are going to be a tough proposition tonight for the Blues, but at Eden Park, it's all on to the Blues as far as pressure at home will go tonight. Let's get down to the match. We're all set for kickoff. Just 5 games remain in the competition this season. That is of the round robin. Of course, the Blues will be hoping to be there in postseason. The Brumbies also will be looking for that too. The ref calls time on and we're underway. A kick across to the right-hand side. And look at this. Alua takes it in. Beautiful pass to Fadi. Slips it away nicely to Mani. Oh, this is a great start for the Brumbies. They've really got their tails up already. Just holding on to that ball at the rack. And Lewis slips it back nicely. That's a beautiful ball. And the Brumbies are on top of this game very early on, just a couple of minutes in. Charging run from Seo, finds Tumua, and there's no one home out here for the Blues. A big chance for Spate. Oh, Visania. Oh, what an absolute crunching tackle from Lulangi Visania. He has taken Henry Spate out in an absolute heap. Wow, how many predictors start like that for the Brumbies? What's an absolute stunner. Hall goes back to Moala, who's going to use his kicking boots. And he's kicked this nicely straight down the middle to Spate. And Spate on the touchline goes back to Visania, who's taken the mark. Interesting. Not wanting to run there, Visania, which for him is an odd call. Ehia West has it, and he'll look for touch. And he's not going to find it either. Taken in by the Brumbies. And they'll run it back. Here's a big opportunity as well, as it's there once again for Spate. Release. And he's taken good tackle coming in from Ehia West. He's turned it over. Here's Hall, there's an offside. And Bryn Hall went for a quick little dab round the outside. Now here's Saili. Back finally. And there's a ball. That's a blown opportunity from Flake of all people. Well, it got a bit messy there. There was advantages flying around for both teams in the end. Flake knocked on, but why did we not get the penalty for an offside to the Blues? Bryn Hall taken very, very offside. Makes you wonder why the ref has given it to the knock-on here from Flake when it should have been a Blues penalty on the other side of the field. Nick White goes to Tumua, who's caught by Hall. Great tackle. Nice. On halfway, the Brumbies. Pocock, he'll run it himself. Now he looks to Moore. And big shot from Luatua on Stephen Moore. Big shoulder, no arms in that tackle whatsoever. And a chance here for the Brumbies. Yes, I'm not surprised. They've looked for the option of 3. Nick White normally accustomed to taking big ones like this, but Lealiafano has stepped up to the plate. He's hit it over halfway, looks on target. Has it got the legs? It's well short, and Triggs has pulled it in for the Blues. Now they'll counter-attack. Famolino over Braid. Braid to Saili. Saili still got West. West cuts back and for Luatua, and he knocks it on. Another butcher chance from the Blues.
Advantage over.
Well, a couple of knock-ons with the goal line almost. Right in front of them is Tamani. Goes for a bit of a run himself through the heart. Taken. White throws it over the top. Here's Henry Spade. Taken. Nice tackle too from George Moala. Seo. Oh, he's gone. He's absolutely hospital past that to Tamua. And the Blues pile in after it and turn it over. Now we got some wide play. Let's see Higher West. Throws out the back. Someone's got to pick this up. Flake does and delivers a bullet ball out to Saili. Saili steps and Saili will score. Welcome back to the Blues, Francis Saili. What a try, but what a pass from Flake. An extraordinary piece of skill from the outside centre to deliver that pass. Watch this here. He comes in, just absolutely chucks it. A miracle ball. Hardly seen where it was going. Robbie Coleman gets skinned from Saili, and it is try time for the Blues. Well, he Higher West through the dodgy ball, but look at that. Oh, that is classy. And his distribution is right up there with the best of them. Francis Saili, first match back from injury, thrusted straight into that problematic role of inside centre. And he reaps the rewards with a try. 20 minutes in. Higher West to add the extras. On the left-hand upright, it just slips in. What a conversion, but what a try. A simple enough finish. Still had enough to do. Did Francis Saili, but wow, that pass there put him in space was absolutely extraordinary. Here's Nick White, he'll resume the match-up, and Luatua finds a way to Mealamu. Kaino in behind the defence. Here's West, nice ball over the top. Now here's Moala. Moala screaming away, taken on the tackle, but it's Braid chasing hard, but White will come down and he'll call the mark for the Brumbies. And pushes our cameraman out of the way as well. Nick White, inside his 22, he'll tap, and they're going to run to the Brumbies. This isn't a bad option. They've got to make them pay. Big pass out wide, and it's Tamua. He slips it away nicely. Tamani.
Release.
The Blues with numbers, but the Brumbies will have the power. Lealiafano, Bryn Hall, read it like a simple schoolboy's book, and has smashed him. Good work from the Blues. Oh, the ball squirts way out here. And it's advantage to the Brumbies. How was that offside, Braid? I'm not sure. That's a horrific call. The ball was definitely out behind the last feet of the ruck, and he's given an offside advantage to the Brumbies. Here's Moore. Oh, that's a big tackle. Woodcock goes high, takes Moore out, and those two, I'm sure, have had their fair share of battles for the Super Rugby unions as well as internationally. The Wallabies and the All Blacks, of course, they'll be coming up soon as well. Can Flake make his way into the All Blacks? Has he got a strong finish to his Super Rugby season? All questions that need to be answered. The New Zealand selectors, as halftime has buzzed, the line out to come in, and Pocock at the back finds White, who fires it wide. And that's very odd there. Henry Spate, of all people, has kicked that out. Well, he would be the first one I would pick to grab the ball and run with it. But, of course, stranger things happening here. He's kicked into touch, and we have half-time. It is the Brumbies trailing the Blues 7-0 here at Eden Park. We have some stats from that first 40 minutes of action. Possession going the way of the Blues, but it is territory heavily with the Brumbies. Line breaks are fairly sparse, 4 for the Blues, 2 for the Brumbies. Not a huge amount of line breaks from that first 40 minutes, but the handling errors, that's what's letting the Blues down. They have committed 5 from that first 40. The Brumbies still to make 1 mistake. That is the difference at the moment as far as the territory is concerned. Possession, well, the Brumbies just haven't had enough ball in their hands. And the Blues, one beautiful try, all created by Flake, is what has led them to the lead. Half-time here in this Super 15 clash between the Blues and the Brumbies. Eden Park is the venue, and we have 40 minutes of action still to get underway. So join us for the second half right now. Flashy boots for Nick White. Wouldn't get lost in a jungle with those. And he'll use them to kick off the second half. Very, very shallow. Luatua picks it up beautifully. And the pass, Woodcock, absolutely extraordinary. As here's Moala running away from the defence. Beautiful hands. Oh, look at this, Luatua. Everyone's involved, but it's gone away. Seo to Moore. They slip it out wide. And it's there for Spate. Beautiful ball to Kurandrani. And he runs away from Tuipulotu. And Tavita Kurandrani scores straight after the whistle for the Brumbies. Well, let's credit that where the credit is due. This man, Seo, Scott Seo, beautiful run, and then that was beautiful as well from Henry Spate. Big strength against one of the strongest men in World Rugby, Kevin Maalamu. He has just been shrugged off. Look at that, just that pure strength. And then the offload and the tackle as he was hammered from Visania. That is beautiful icing on the cake for the Brumbies. Well, what more could you hope for than to score straight after the break and have the opportunity to bring this match level with still over half an hour to go. Lealiafano, that's a beauty. And he's got the extra 2. It's 7-7 now. Brumbies and Blues all tied up. Well, we're in for one hell of a matchup here now. The Brumbies have brought their game. Things are getting interesting. Someone needs to stand up here as the High West kicks deep. And Frankalai to Luatua. This is extraordinary. Stephen Luatua. Oh, he's not gone. He's thrown the miracle ball. And it's been picked up from Alexander and Moore. Now the Brumbies looking to get out of trouble. Tamua kicks it away. Visania goes back for it, and he comes up against the winger. Oh, he's thrown him field, but that is beautiful defence from Tamani, charging up there. Good work, and he's forced the man into touch. Joe Tamani, good work from the man on the left wing. And it comes. Taken in the front from Fadi. At the back, Alexander. Away once again to Spate. The wingers really getting involved in the action. Spate with another kick. Visania looking to run it out. Sealy, West, away for Flake. Flake steps inside. He's through 1. He's through 2. Oh, that's beautiful. And it's a try. They won't catch him. He's quick. He knows he's quick. And he runs away from Spate and scores. Quite an extraordinary try. That was something special from a very special player. You want X Factor? You've got it right there. There's one. There's the second. Who thought he'll do it twice? 2 very good defenders left in dust. Beautiful try. Beautiful footwork. And that is a game breaker. There's Coleman. Oh, just got splintered. Straight through the middle after a dodgy play from the Blues to get themselves out of their territory One man made it special, scores a try, and now the Blues have their lead back. Wally High West, he was involved with some of those dodgy passes and lucky hands. Now can he make it a 7-point play? 12-7 the score. Kick is good. It's 14-7. Flags are up for High West. The Blues strike back. 1 second half try apiece now. Blues and Brumbies. Very equal sides, both second in their respective conferences. As another short kick-off from Tamua goes straight to Luatua. And he's taken a big tackle from White. Comes back for Braid. Oh, Braid very quick on him as the defence is flank. Comes a nice pass away to Moala. Moala looked infield for flank again, but look at this beautiful, huge pass away from the Brumbies. Spinning it through their backs and forwards alike. Alua goes into contact right on the Super Rugby sign. It's a run from Butler. Beautiful pass over the top to White. He's getting a bit cornered. There's Spate again. Spate, Pocock, back to Spate and a high tackle. Oh, this time Mialamu not going to get shoved off this time. He's made the tackle tell and he takes a man down. And yes, here we go. No surprise. Once again, the Brumbies instantly looking to their goal kicking. Christian Lealiafano, this one should be a gimme, and it is. 3 points, 3 big points now, because they are within one unconverted try now of taking the lead. The Eden Park fans, well, they applaud with respect, but they know this game is far from over. West kicks off flat and deep this time, way down into the Brumbies territory. And they look to spread it from right to left. Butler, nice ball away. That's a great tackle on Carter. Cuts him down as he looked to scamper. White, Tamua, Moore. Taken in midfield by Bryn Hall of all people. Tough little scrum half getting in the action as Vardy is driven backwards from Braid. Great work there. Luke Braid has been so strong tonight. Here's Moore again. Oh, Moala lines him up and absolutely hammers him. Big tackle from Moala and a big play. Siley over the top. Toi Pilotu has to be a try. Frank Halai. Oh, it rhymes. It's just so beautiful. A try for Halai. What else can you say about the finishing? Toi Pilotu. The big second rower, look at him trundling along out here. There's the pass from Francis Siley, who has been majestic in his return to the Blues lineup tonight. Well, it all started with Moala. He made the absolute cruncher. That's the bulldozing tackle on Scott Vardy. That led to the turnover, and some quick ball is given a try to the Blues. And their lead now is extended by 5. 10 points. High West. The lead is 9 points. My maths is horrible. He's going to line up a chance to make it 11. Steps up, strikes it nicely, beautifully, perfectly. 21-10. That's the scoreline, folks. The Brumbies starting to fall behind now. They need a try, and they need one very quickly if they're going to look at getting at least a bonus point from this match at Eden Park. A very hard place to come and win. Kicked off again from White. This is a very good one, and it gets the big man in play, like Henry Spate, who has been huge, as has Tamani. White, away for Lealiafano. Kono chases. Vicinea finishes. Good work defensively from Kaino and Vicinea. Here's White. Picked up, driven backwards. Halai's got trouble. Tamani, oh! That's massive from Halai. And he's turned it over as well. Can you believe what he's done? The winger has done everyone's job there, but he loses it straight away. Now the Brumbies attack again. Pocock. Wow. Take a bow, Blues defence. That's perfect. away for Flake, looking to step, he squirts it out the back, West, away for Moala, Moala smashes us upfield, trouble out of the 22 at the moment, running back though are the Brumbies, spinning out to the left side, Kurandrani, oh that's dreadful, full time goes, Davide Kurandrani has been just nudged into touch, you could say. Tackle from behind, he lost his balance, couldn't release the ball. Great work, Blues. Their defence has saved them here tonight. The Brumbies come and they played. That's all you can really hope. But they were not up to the mark tonight for their match against the Blues. They did get a try, the Brumbies, which is more than what we've seen from some teams in recent times. Their try was from Kurandrani, the man who ran it out, converted from Liliafano, who also got a penalty goal as well. But it was, let's say it, let's be fair, let's be completely honest, it was the absolute stunner from Cornflake that has won this match for the Blues. It was all tied up at that point, 7-all, and then he just pulled out what could possibly be only to be described as one of the tries of the season. Fleet feet, straight through a few defenders, extreme speed, and he was gone. One of the best. That one should be in the highlight reels for Super Rugby this season. Siley made a successful return, bagging himself a try, as did Halai. 3 great tries for the Blues, all converted from Ohio West. A great performance, 21-10, the final score. Possession and territory all fairly even in the end, really, when you look at this. 47-53 was possession, 44-56 territory, both going to the Brumbies. Handling it as though 14-0, but the Blues made enough ball count to get the tries that mattered. Their defence in that last 10-15 minutes was phenomenal. That was equally as important part to winning this match. Both sides had their chances. The Blues once again come out on top. The Brumbies aren't far away from the standard as this season comes to a close with just 4 matches remaining now of the regular season of play. So let's check out the table after that match, see who we have for our next match. And if Flake could be possibly involved, you've got to think he needs to be fit and ready for the playoffs should the Blues make it. So a few matches since that 21-10 win for the Blues has seen the Western Force over the Hurricanes. A Cheetahs 1-point win. What a match that'll be. 36-35 over the Lions. Stormers taking out the Reds. Sharks over the Bulls. They rounded out round 15. Into round 16, the Crusaders got a close one over the top place Australian team, the Waratahs 17-15, and the Brumbies also hit back at the Waratahs, who they are chasing, beating the Hurricanes 18-11. So that sets us up for the Highlanders at home against the Blues. That's going to be a good one. The conference looks a little like this. Chiefs still in the lead, but just by 3 points. That is not much of a difference now. One game could be the changing of it, and the Blues have that one game in hand as well. Other teams in New Zealand, the Crusaders on 40, Hurricanes 35, and Highlanders down on 10. In South Africa, the Sharks way out in front on 49, Bulls 30, Stormers 20, Cheetahs close by on 17, and Lions on 8. In Australia, the Waratahs still lead the way comfortably, 14-point lead over the Brumbies on 40, Reds 31, Western Force 22, and the Rebels woefully at the bottom on just 2 points. Dreadful, 13 losses from 13 games. So round 16 of the road to the World Cup with Cornflake will see the Blues at Forsyth Bar Stadium up against the Highlanders in their 4th last match. So if you're interested, let's have a little looky here. Our 4 remaining matches, it's off to South Africa. Whoa, this is going to be big. So we wrap up at Eden Park after playing the Sharks and the Cheetahs away. So, wow, what a last few rounds this is going to be. Is this the time to rest the Stars before we head off to South Africa and may see Cornflake rested against the Highlanders? We'll have to see next time what happens exactly. But for now, that is my time for today. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Hope you're enjoying the Road to the World Cup series. Of course, there will be more roads to the World Cup as well for some other international sides through some other competitions as well. So if you've got any ideas for a player position or anything like that you'd like to see, do leave it with me in the comments below and let me know who you'd like to see in a road to the World Cup for, I don't know, any side that's in the World Cup. And that could possibly be the next road to the World Cup as we look forward to the Rugby World Cup for 2015. But until then, thank you for tuning in and I'll see you all next time. Take care.